Hello everybody and welcome to a video about something that may not be discussed anywhere else. Okay, it's about the Labour leadership contest and something I noticed when I was watching the news last night. I noticed lies. That's what I noticed. I noticed slander. I noticed twisting the truth, and this all came out of the mouth of a man called Owen Smith. Owen Smith, if you don't know, is trying to take Jeremy Corbyn's job as leader of the Labour Party. But he's not going to win. But even though he's not going to win, he is trying his hardest to win by telling untruths. If that's a word. Yeah, it is. Here's how he started the interview. Because it was an interview just full of bollocks, okay? um, he was talking to the interviewer and he said, "Oh, this Jeremy Corbyn guy, he says he wants a nicer, kinder, gentler form of politics," which Jeremy has never actually said. It may be insinuated through the way that he sticks up for the poor and disenfranchised, but he never actually said that outright, as far as I know. Um, so Owen Smith says, "Oh, Jeremy Corbyn says he wants a nicer, kinder, gentler form of politics, but in his speech today, he suggested that all Labour MPs will face reselection. Reselection meaning that they can be voted in or out of the party within the next few years by the Labour members." So Owen Smith's saying, "Oh yeah, you say you're all kind and cuddly, but you are putting the jobs of Labour MPs at risk in a democratic way, I must say. You know, this isn't. We're not. The Labour MPs aren't working for a factory or for a baker's or something like that. They're a democratically elected group of people, and if the Labour members don't like them, then they should have the right to get them out of politics." Okay. Owen Smith is saying that this is unfair, that this is not kind. But this is the man that's trying to take Jeremy Corbyn's job. How does he square that circle? That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay? But we haven't even got onto the lies yet. We've just talked about the bollocks, the rubbish that's coming out of this man's mouth. Uh, Not literal bollocks, that probably wouldn't make its way onto the news. Um, okay, here's the lies, right? And I'm going to try and explain why I think I know that Owen Smith was lying on the television last night. He wasn't lying, he was sat down. Um, Owen, he said, right, okay, that he was fighting for two things in Parliament. He was fighting for working tax credits and for a personal independence payment, if they're the right words. Okay, working tax credits is basically benefits for people in work on low-paid jobs, which is cool. All right, that's good. I'm glad that that's a thing. All right, the Tories were trying to get rid of it. And personal independence payment is for people who basically can't even look after themselves. They can't even necessarily go to the toilet on their own. They need help in order to go about their day-to-day business. Owen Smith was fighting for those things, which is fair enough. That's good. Okay, it doesn't make him evil. It's a very good thing. But what he suggested is that when he went to talk to Jeremy Corbyn about these two issues, Jeremy, one, didn't understand them, and two, wasn't all that bothered about making sure that they remain. This Jeremy Corbyn, the man who has done nothing but try and stand up for the poor and disenfranchised, Owen Smith wants to get on television and try and suggest uh, that not only did Jeremy not understand that these two forms of benefits were under threat, but secondly, that he didn't care, that he wasn't bothered if they disappeared. Is anyone going to sit there in the media that writes articles, that writes for newspapers, and pretend that that's actually what happened? That Owen actually went to Jeremy's house or into his constituency, met up with him, and Jeremy was like, "Oh, you know what? I don't actually care about disabled people who can't look after themselves, and families on poor incomes, yeah, not bothered about them either, really, even though that's basically the basis of my whole campaign so far." What kind of rubbish is that? That's absolutely ludicrous. That's one of the most ludicrous things I've seen in British politics. That's like on the level of Trump ludicrousness. That he could even suggest that Jeremy would hold these views, that Jeremy would conduct himself in this way, and no one's brought it up, no one's mentioned. I follow loads of left wing socialist news outlets, little Facebook pages on the old Facebooks, and none of them have mentioned how ludicrously unlikely this is. You can go on YouTube and watch a video of Jeremy Corbyn asking 6 different questions in one Prime Minister's question time about tax credits and the personal independence payment. Right. That's basically proof that Owen Smith was lying. But nobody's brought it up, and he's allowed to tell all these lies, and he is the main opposition, the only opposition to Jeremy Corbyn. And he's supposed to be uniting the party, despite the fact that he's, one, literally lying, and two, lying to the Labour members who predominantly voted in his opponent. But he's going to sort out the Labour Party, isn't he? Absolutely ludicrous. That's all I've got to say for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day / evening.